Redevelopment Commission meeting to order. Start by pledge allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next, have the roll call, please.
Here. Andrew Karas.
Here.
Brad Blossom.
Here.
Aaron McDermott.
Here.
Craig Slauson.
Yes, here.
Here. Next item on the agenda is the approval of minutes of the previous meeting.
Move to approve the minutes.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying, oh, well, we have a roll call vote. Start with the roll call.
Laura Sauerman.
Yes.
Andrew Karas.
Yes.
Brad Blossom.
Yes.
Aaron McDermott.
Yes.
Craig Slauson.
Yes.
So moved. Next item, nothing under old business, under new business facade grant for 100 South Main Street, final payment.
Yes.
Josh.
Yeah, this is facade grant 100 South Main Street, which is the massage school right out here on the corner. They did all the work that was approved through HPRES. They're just looking to get the remainder of the facade grant we had given them, which is a total of $4,979.57.
Thank you. Board have any questions or comments?
I'd make a motion to approve the payment.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for the roll call vote.
Laura Sauerman.
Yes.
Andrew Karas.
Yes.
Brad Blossom.
Yes.
Aaron McDermott.
Yes.
Craig Slauson.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is the annual excess TIF resolutions. But
We move this one to the end if that's okay, just in case.
yes, skip over that one and update on the Repton history.
Let me drag this over so you can see it. Open it in two places so the people on Zoom can see it and then you guys can see it. Okay, let me do that. Or not. Okay. Sharing from over here is a little different than. So as you know, while I was gone on maternity leave in April, you approved a grant for Wrapped in History, a showcase of art by the Hoosier Group that wraps our traffic control boxes downtown and just outside of downtown with artwork from late Hoosier artists. That project is almost done, and I just wanted to share some photos with you today. So these are the boxes. This is the box at North and Main Street. It's almost done. Jeremy with 9 Mile, as you can see on this one, this is at Joliet in Maine. He just has to wrap the doors of some of them. Then they'll be all done by the end of the month. This is at Joliet in Maine. This is by the post office at East and Joliet. And then this one is one of the work in progress pieces at Clark and Maine. So I just thought the board would like to see a little bit about a little bit of progress on this project. That's all I have for you. I did email the board, I believe in April or May, with some additional information about the project, including the handout and a few other pieces of information, but certainly if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them now. That's all I have.
Thank you. Any questions? We'll move on. Nice work. Thank you.
It's been a nice project.
Yeah. Any other business come before the board? Not, guess maybe move this. There's nothing time urgent that we can't move the annual excess resolution. Right?
Well, through FSG and clerks, we have to have the report filed with the auditors by June 15th. They're all, all the different resolutions amongst the whereases. See paragraph 2, the language cites the state statute. So insurance by the RDC. The allocations, each specific allocation area, the rest of the resolution. See the amount of assessed value. principal and interest payments on bonds. So then we have enough money to cover obligation. Each. Once the RDC takes action on all, each of the resolutions.
Okay,
So it essentially just goes through each of the allocation areas and indicates based on FSG's numbers, here's the anticipated tax, here's our debt coverage, and the remaining amounts are going to be allocated towards commission purposes. Basically.
That's right, yeah.
Yep.
we have to go by.
okay.
And I think you can take all the resolutions, 1R through 9Rs all together unless you have any questions or want to pull one out for discussion.
The only change it looks like on each of these is just the amount, obviously, otherwise it's
Yeah,
same format that we've had every year, so.
It identifies the actual area and then the amount change based on the taxes that are being generated in each particular tip area.
Okay. Anyone on the board have any questions or comments related to resolutions?
This is an annual.
Correct. Mhm.
I move to approve the annual excess diff resolutions. All of them, 1R through 9R.
I'll second it. Any further discussion? Hearing none, would call for the roll vote.
Laura Sarman,
Yes.
Andrew Karas.
Yes.
Brad Bossa.
Yes.
Aaron McDermott.
Yes,
Craig Slauson.
yes,
so moved. Next item on the agenda is the approval of invoices. I'll make a motion to approve the payment 2025-6-031. Motion a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Start with the roll vote.
Laura Sarman,
Yes.
Andrew Karas.
Yes.
Brad Bossa.
Yes.
Aaron McDermott.
Yes,
Craig Slauson.
yes,
so moved. Next item on the agenda, the facade grant program application. Right.
As you know, we have two different facade rebate applications. Both basically the same program, but for different areas. The one was originally started in 2005 for the downtown, it's funded by federal dollars. That program is gone away, and RTC has funded it. Then in 2016, we adopted the North Main Street facade rebate. The intention was to provide funding to rehabilitate or keep life in North Main Street as other commercial areas. Broadway, 190-31. So we didn't want those areas to hold money. So we took the two applications and merged them into one. But if you fall within the historic district, you still have to go to historic preservation, appropriateness, go through the same scoring process. So nothing has changed in the program, but we just put it in one application, make it easier for staff and for the board. Here it is, you're in this area and its boundaries, all these rules. All these rules. We haven't any complaints either, but this is more an administrative thing for staff, the board, that one packet, one information. We updated addresses that haven't been updated, other miscellaneous things. The content and context of both have remained the same, just cleaning.
Thank you. Does anyone have any questions or comments regarding the application?
I just want to bring someone for some discussion on it. We talked about this previously, and I think we had talked about kind of looking at it. But if you look at the rebate percentages, if you spend $100,000, you get 25,000 back. If you spend $100,000 at $1, you lose $5,000. So I think when it gets up to those numbers, I've seen a lot of kind of finagling. When you get down to the 20,000 compared to $20,100, and you're going to lose $1,700 by going up $100. And so there's a little bit of a game that I think is played there when you're looking at those dollars. So to me, I don't know if we should look at that further and figure out whether it's better to reward for more dollars being put in as opposed to less dollars being put in. I don't know. So just something for the board to consider.
I like that idea. Or what if we started where it was each of these levels you get, so 50% up to 10,000, and then, you know, the 40% would kick up, you know what I'm saying? So you wouldn't be losing a dog. Does that make
So you
sense?
still get your 50% on the first 10.
Yeah, you
Your
get
40%.
on the next 10, yeah. That way it
I-
doesn't benefit,
I'd like to do the full math on that,
yeah,
just to see what the difference would be between kind of keeping it the way that it is versus what would have been spent to change it. Because I see what you're saying here, and
Yeah.
it makes surface sense, but
yeah.
I'm not sure if that doesn't.
Even if we mess with the percentages, but you're right, if somebody goes over by $1, they lose $5,000 in that case. It doesn't really make much sense.
Maybe we can have staff provide a couple recommendations and options.
Yeah.
And we can take a look at it. I've been on RDC for quite a while, and this has never changed.
Mhm.
I think it's been like this for many years.
Mhm.
So maybe it does need to be revised and updated. And yeah, if I was doing an improvement and it was going to cost 100,000, 100, I would get it down to 99.5.
Yeah. Mhm.
Or apply for it in that quadrant.
Yeah.
So we don't want
Or
that.
maybe
to
you
be-
cut out, you cut out the project just because of that, or some small thing.
But then on the other hand, if I'm going to spend 400,000, then I have more money
Mhm.
to spend, and we're wanting to help people who might not otherwise do the project.
Mhm.
And I know there's a balance there. I'm not sure that's where the line is. But we're not looking to fund $2 million facades unless it's saving a building
Yeah.
or something. We're looking to these a little more reasonable.
Mhm.
So
What about the, you know, I know at one point there was a federal push to disclose of LLCs, you know, does it make sense for us, even though they squashed that? Does it make sense for us to be asking for beneficial owners of LLCs, or is that done in any other case?
well, I've been in favor of that for sure. And I see this does ask for name and the name of business separately. So I would hope the name we get is the principal's name.
How is that? Yeah, I would imagine it's never mind. Okay, information, yeah. So we have the name of business and the name of. I mean, I know doesn't make sense if McDonald's is coming in. You know, they're not going to disclose the name, and that's where it gets. You know, but that's only publicly traded companies that aren't really going to disclose. I don't know. Just throwing it out there. It was discussed before.
I have another question through the chair to Josh or Anthony. Do we have any data on how many buildings in the last 2-3 years have been in each of these categories? I think that would be helpful to see, maybe last 5 years.
How long has the program been in existence? Any idea?
At least 10 years at that. If I was to guess, I don't think we've had more than 2 or 3 probably in the last, not the downtown, the other program. We probably had 2 or 3 in the last 5 years. I think that when it was first introduced, it was kind of put out there for everybody to know about it. And there was a lot of people who took advantage of it at that point in time, but it's kind of dwindled. So I'm not quite sure how many business owners even know up and down Main Street what's available, or that it is even available.
And some might think it's just for the square.
Yeah. And does it make sense at some point? Do we need to like keep track of, you know, who we're giving it to, and at what point does that roll? You know, I know we say we can't go for it twice, but you know, what does that mean? Or can't? I know that's maybe 5 years. Oh, it is 5 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a 5-year gap.
Oh. Okay.
I did
Okay.
keep track.
Never
was
mind.
scratching.
Okay. But that's that. Other than that, I mean, I've looked at this, I don't see any other comments. I have at least.
So we can always approve the application and we can always change the percentages whenever we want, right?
Yeah.
So that we can at least get some.
Yeah, I think, I mean, I don't necessarily know, I guess internally, through their departments that this is put together. Greg Water brought it here, sent the first session,
Mhm.
say, hey, here's what we're doing, obviously RDC funds these, so they should be aware of what's going on.
So we don't even need a motion.
I don't think so, it's just for miscellaneous purposes, with the directions to have staff go back and do some calculations of the numbers, I think that's unreasonable.
I appreciate that you've gotten 2 applications at one. I think
Right.
that's more efficient all the way around.
If you'd like, how about we provide the board with the last 5 years of both programs? And if they did throw a few options out there to either get away from the percentage overall. That's what we can get a few options. Historical data, a few options.
Yeah, I think with the idea, right, the, how many have been in each category?
Correct.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Is it, so it's $25,000 cap within downtown, but not outside downtown, right?
We've followed that same model.
Okay, okay.
Our budgets are not per year, whole program.
Okay.
The same.
Any other questions or comments? So I guess we're good with the apple. Well, we don't have to make a motion, so. All right, next item on the agenda is the adjournment. Roll call for adjournment.
Laura Sowerman.
We don't need it.
You don't?
Okay, we're gonna adjourn then. So moved.
Second.